The G20 summit in Delhi agreed to triple renewable energy capacity and double energy efficiency improvement rates by 2030, but didn't reach a consensus on phasing out fossil fuels, a key climate crisis issue. India's historical lower emissions prioritized economic growth over climate concerns, leading to inequalities in climate impact across class, caste, and region. Climate change exacerbates poverty and economic disparities, making addressing environmental and socio-economic inequalities vital for sustainable development. India's transition to renewable energy must consider protecting livelihoods, providing alternative job opportunities, and ensuring vulnerable communities aren't adversely affected. The transition also necessitates addressing regional inequalities, offering green investment, and aligning policies at various government levels, emphasizing a just and sustainable approach to combating climate change.
India, facing the challenge of nourishing the world's largest population, is grappling with a complex food system. While malnutrition persists, obesity rates are rising due to imbalanced diets. Additionally, farmers, especially smallholders, struggle with insufficient incomes and depleting natural resources, making the food production system vulnerable. To tackle these issues, a three-pronged approach involving consumers, producers, and middlemen is necessary. Shifting consumer demand toward healthier and sustainable diets, supporting farmers in transitioning to regenerative practices, and creating sustainable and inclusive farm-to-fork value chains are crucial steps. The article emphasizes the need for collaborative efforts and swift action to transform India's food system for the better.
In the aftermath of a brutal attack by Hamas on Israel, resulting in the deaths of 1,400 people, Israel's airstrikes on Gaza have continued with disproportionate force, killing 3,785 Palestinians, including hundreds of children. Israel, preparing for a ground invasion, received support from US President Joe Biden and British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, despite ongoing attacks, including one on a hospital in Gaza. While condemning Hamas actions, the indiscriminate bombing of Gaza raises concerns, with Israel's approach failing to address the core issue of Palestinian occupation. Despite international calls for a ceasefire, Israel's actions persist, deepening the suffering of Palestinians.
The Allahabad High Court's acquittal of two men accused in the Nithari serial killings near Delhi has raised concerns about flawed investigation tactics. The case, where police unearthed body parts behind the accused's house in 2006, was built primarily on purported confessions. The court found these confessions invalid due to inadequate legal representation and questioned the peculiar prosecution narrative. Despite shocking details, the judgment underscores the importance of credible evidence over sensationalism. The verdict has highlighted the pitfalls of leveraging public outrage without solid proof, emphasizing the need for thorough and unbiased investigations in criminal cases.
In a discussion about the allocation of central funds and delimitation of constituencies, politicians and experts highlighted the challenges faced by southern states in India. They pointed out that the Finance Commission's criteria, including population and income distance, often disadvantage the South. Despite progressive policies, southern states face reduced representation in parliament due to demographic disparities. Experts suggested freezing Rajya Sabha seats to prevent disproportionate representation. The discussion underscored the need for proactive measures and involving states in the decision-making process to ensure equitable distribution of resources and fair political representation.
The credibility of mainstream media is under scrutiny as social media amplifies accusations of bias and misinformation, particularly concerning the Israel Palestine conflict. Established publications like the New York Times and BBC have faced criticism, with both pro-Israel and pro-Palestine groups alleging bias. Language choices, headlines, and images play a crucial role in shaping public perception, especially during conflicts. Social media's visual nature, combined with algorithm-driven platforms, fuels the spread of raw content without context, eroding trust in mainstream media. The fog of war complicates reporting, highlighting the challenges faced by newsrooms in maintaining accuracy and objectivity amidst intense online scrutiny.
The recent introduction of bills on criminal laws in India has highlighted the need for reforms in special and local laws, SLLs. SLLs constitute a significant portion of the Indian criminal justice system, with nearly 39.9% of all cognizable offences in 2021 falling under SLLs. However, these laws suffer from deficient, ambiguous, and vague definitions of offences, leading to debates about the limits on the state's power of criminalization and concerns about individual rights and liberties. Procedurally, SLLs dilute universally accepted due process values. The non-inclusion of SLLs in the ongoing reform process poses a serious limitation, necessitating a second generation of reforms.
Afghanistan, situated on the Eurasian tectonic plate, experiences frequent earthquakes due to the collision and convergence of the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate. This geological complexity leads to folding and faulting of the Earth's crust, causing earthquakes. The movement of the Indian plate towards the Eurasian plate results in compression, contributing to the uplift of the Himalayas and tectonic stress transmission, causing the crust to deform and generate earthquakes. Afghanistan is crisscrossed by active fault systems like the Chaman Fault and the main Pamir Thrust, which are sources of earthquakes. The recent earthquakes in Afghanistan are a result of these geological factors.
Artificial intelligence, AI, has made significant progress in ophthalmology, offering applications that can enhance patient care and improve eye disease diagnosis and treatment. AI algorithms can analyze retinal images and scans to detect diseases like diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma, aiding early diagnosis and reducing vision loss risk. Automated screening programs powered by AI assist in identifying eye diseases, especially in areas with limited access to ophthalmologists. AI also helps in monitoring glaucoma progression, creating customized treatment plans, and guiding surgeons during eye surgeries. However, rigorous validation, regular updates, and collaboration with healthcare professionals are essential for AI implementation in ophthalmology. Despite AI's advancements, human clinicians should interpret AI-generated recommendations and maintain clinical judgment.